Hey guys, what's up? So today we have a product here that I'm going to review. When you're doing video, lighting is one of the key things. So I invested in a ring light for several reasons, as opposed to the standard boxed video light that you've probably seen at shows and whatnot. Just let me remove this mangled packaging. So this is the Meike LED macro ring flash. Comes in this box. Pretty sure it's made in China. And apparently it's for Can/Nick/Ollie/pen cameras. It comes with 52mm threads, just thread onto the lens here. And it steps up to 55, 58, 62, 67, 72, and then finally the largest at 77mm. And it comes with all those adapters. Let's pop this bad boy open. Alright, there is a instructions manual. I never read those. Let's see. We have the LED apparatus. And here it says FC100. And you can see the LED ring. Here's the control dongle or Hachu thing. I'm not sure what it's called. Got a pack of these adapters. Here we got they're labeled as well. This one says 62, 52, 55, 58. So that's all cool. And then here we got 72, 77, 67. So there are 3 in here. So with the dongle, I'm just going to call it the dongle because I have no idea what it's called. And it takes 4 AA batteries that I have on standby right here. Oh yeah, and it's also important to note that these batteries do not come with the thing, so you have to buy them at the store. Alright, so here's the dongle, and what you gotta do is, it's not just regular, you don't just press the button because it doesn't do anything. So you gotta hold the on-off button right here. Then there's the light button, there's mode, and then you can cycle through these modes, which there's flash, left side only, right side only, and there's pilot, which is, this is like a test button if you're familiar with photography flashes. And then set, no idea what that is, but yeah, so here you can change the exposures. There's 0, there's plus 0.5, plus 1, plus 1.5, and then it can also be dimmed to -0.5, -1, and then -1.5. So this is what it looks like on the back of like any DSLR. This is a Nikon, super old, it's like a D100. Just using it to test stuff. So we'll go through the lighting options. So you can have continuous, which is like super good at lighting stuff. I mean, it seems pretty decent. It looks really bright. Like from my eyes, if I'm looking at it, it's like blinding me actually. So I'm gonna turn that off. Here I have a 77mm thread lens. It's actually a Nikon 85-14 if you guys are wondering. So take that off. Here's the 77mm thread, and then we just, I guess it like, oh okay, slips on this way. Yeah, these are pretty jank actually, these adapters. Took me a while to like figure out and to like position it to turn in. So these buttons on the side, there's one right here, you can see it sticking out a little bit. There's one on right here. So what you do is you pinch them in, and you see these little these holders, they retract, and you just slip your lens in. It's pretty like snug on there. It's pretty snug on there. So you would just want to make sure you have it in the correct orientation before you let go. So this is what it looks like with the lens. So I'm gonna drop that right here. So I have the lens and mounted onto the ring flash back here on the bottom. I have the dongle thing mounted on this. So right now it's set on 0, which is the, I guess it's the default brightness. And if you want to use it for video, continuous flash is pretty easy. You just press light. Here we have these different things, and we can crank up the brightness to that. And so that's 1.5 positive, and then there's 1 regular, then just 0.5, then standard, dimmed to -0.5, -1, and then -1.5. It's still really bright on -1.5. I'll illuminate some stuff to show you what exactly how bright it is, but just looking at it with my eyes, 1.5 is really bright. Like, it leaves dots when I look elsewhere after staring at it for like a second. Something important to note is that you can't just select to use half of the ring light or the left or the right for the continuous mode. So for video, the whole 360 or the 2 pi radians of the LEDs need to be illuminated. Whereas I believe the settings for left and right are only reserved for the flash mode, which is for photography. So, because if I press mode, it changes to flash immediately. And then from mode, I can choose LR. Let's try the photo stuff. So here's flash. Takes a picture. You can get a really cool catch light in your subjects, that nice ring in their eyes. And here is left. And then there's right. If you press mode again, you can have right. So if you're trying to whatever macro stuff you're doing, or you only want to light one side of something, that's for you. So buttons on the dongle, the controls are pretty straightforward. You can figure them out. I mean, I didn't even look at the instruction manual, which I usually never do for anything. But so you have pilot mode, which is basically test, if you're familiar with the flash. It's more of a flash feature for still photographers. And there's set, which I'm not quite sure what that even really does. Because when I press the left and right buttons, the LED already like dims and does whatever. So I don't know what the set button really does. Maybe you guys do. And you might hear my roommates in the back, they're smoking pot. But let's see here. So that's pretty much it for that. And I'll just shoot some examples of what it looks like and the types of lighting.